All right. Okay. Give me 1 second. Welcome everybody. Come on in. Hey, Mike. We in a virtual building. That's right. All right. As you come in, announce yourself. Our special guest is waiting for us backstage. Let's get some more people in. Second. Everybody, as you come in, please remember if you're viewing this from Facebook, you're not going. I'm not going to be able to see your comment. Everybody, as you come in, please remember if you're viewing. So forgive me. But if you come in through the YouTube link, we can see your comments. So please like and share on Instagram and Facebook for me. All right. Say hi as you come in. And we're going to get this show on the road. Episode 9 of Reptiles and Cocktails. I can't believe that we are already at episode 9, but it is lovely. I appreciate everybody and their support. That's right. Smash that like button. Come on in. Come on in. Hi. Hello, Fungus Queen. Thank you for coming through, hanging out with us for a little bit. Definitely is going to be a fun episode. Esteban, ¿cómo estás? Hey, Jeff. That's little bro right there. All right, guys. So as you come in, announce yourselves. Announce yourselves. So as we're going to go ahead and get started, first I want to just give a couple shout outs. One of the things that I said I wanted to do when I started this podcast is to spread positive light about our community. And these last 60 days has definitely brought some connections for us within the community. Some for me just so amazing. Hey Bosa, welcome, welcome. And just has been refreshing. So I want to take the time to just thank a couple people. First of all, I want to thank Tish from Python Spawn. She's actually going to be on future episodes of Reptiles and Cocktails. Um, Definitely someone that I've met through connections through this whole social media love of reptile gang. And she's, definitely someone that I admire. Definitely doing great things. I think she's pretty dope, and she's a soldier. So I respect all soldiers, but specifically the female soldiers. I respect them. And then I want to give a shout out to Adam from Proper Royals. Adam, actually, I reached out to him, and we're going to be doing a little venture together. But another channel that I watch, and I, definitely learn a lot about the business side of this hobby. And hey, Kaju, how are you? Great. Okay, and then I want to give a special shout out to Bosa Falls for sending me my stickers. I actually got them about a week ago, and I wanted to share them both on my last YouTube video, but that didn't work out that way. So I wanted to make sure I acknowledge that today. In the card, I really loved, and I'm going to share it. It says, "Hey, Queen, thank you. Your shows bring strength to the reptile community. It brings motivation and make us closer as a community. Keep it up. Kiki Barbosa. Gracias, compañera." So I am hoping that one day Bosa will be so kind to come on Reptiles and Cocktails. I'm still working on that. But I appreciate his love and how he shares the positive lights in the community as well. And then, last but not least, I want to just express my genuine love for the Keys family. First of all, the whole Usual Suspects crew. Thank you for just being so kind to me, helping me grow as a ball python breeder, which is new to me, and just inviting me in with open arms. And as we say, I'm the only female in our crew, other than Keisha. So yeah, I just appreciate all of you guys. But we have been expressing a lot of joy and love about our trip to Tinley. And unfortunately, some of our family, one of our family members came back to a severe loss of some reptiles. So, in light of sharing just the love of the community, first of all, the outpouring of love in the background for this particular person and or people, it was amazing. And I know that if the situation was on the other foot, how traumatic that would have been for me. But they kept pushing, they kept smiling. If you don't know what happened in the background, you would never know because all of that podcast happened, occurred. T Keys, continue to smile, continue to share love. Keisha Keys, continue to be on the wheels of still in the background for her husband. So I just wanted to share with the Keys family. I don't know if they're in here watching, Keisha or Terrence, but my gift to the family was Mojave Het Desert Ghost. That's going to be sent to them directly from Reggie Urban Jungle. Reggie had no problem with arranging that for me. And then when I sent that, I said, that was good. It was a reptile that I already had paid for, and it was just waiting to be shipped. But I said, it's Keys. We got to send some yellow belly. So I reached out I had just purchased 2 snakes from Action Reptiles again this week. And so I also asked them to ship a pastel gravel yellow belly het ghost to the Keys family. And I shared that to share that in this community, when you're positive, all the positive energy come back to you. I really, really love and respect the Keys family. I really, really love all of the positive people they brought into my life in this reptile group. I'm only here for positive reptile loving imaging and being a part of the Unusual Suspects and being a part of that whole connection that I believe that Gershon and Keys and so many others, Adam, Jeremy, it's just so many people who are doing it right now, is creating a whole new atmosphere in the YouTube world that's given us, especially as a combined group, unified, regardless of race, color, and creed, a atmosphere to show that we're doing this and we're doing this the way that it should be. My reptile community is more important to me than a lot of people I've known for years, and I just thank you guys for that. So, with that said, I'm going to move on to our guest and bring him on. Some of you guys, if you watch my YouTube videos, especially when I first started doing them, you will hear me speak about my mentor for reticulated pythons over and over and over again, Randy Wright. But he is not out there bold all over social media unless you are a part of some reticulated python groups. You might not even know of him, but he was the reason that I believed that reticulated pythons could be very, very, very good animals. I literally stalked this man and he didn't even know it. And then he left the group that I was in, one of the groups that I was in, and I didn't know how to find him. And someone actually helped me connect with him and said he's on social media, connect with him. And from there, I decided that I was going to reach out to him and ask him to help me with my fear of reticulated python ownership. So where y'all see me at today, I wasn't always there. And I'm going to bring him on. We're going to share some of those stories. So let me get him on. All right, Randy, can you hear still okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm here.
Okay. So, guys, if you can see some of his enclosures right there in the background. So I say, Randy, to date, still, your reptile room and your snakes are the cleanest in the United States. I haven't checked to Indonesia yet, but in the United States, they are the cleanest.
Clean snack.
Hey, Eric, welcome everyone as you come in. Yeah, um, so Randy, look, I'm dying laughing because first of all, what do you think of when you watch a video or a picture and see me with the snakes now compared to when I first reached out to you?
Came a long way. I was worried about my wife. I don't know.
Yes, I remember.
I can't do it.
I said it was T'Challa, and I think that the funniest thing is even looking at her today. It was only the fact that she was a black snake, but I wanted that black snake. I wanted her. That I think that made her so intimidating because after that I was fine, but her. It was one day, y'all. I just literally told my husband, "You're gonna have to hold the camera because this was the day that, like, it was that 3 day mark that she had been here, and I was going to have to deal with her. You know, that's one thing I believe. If you're going to keep the animal, you're going to have to deal with them." And I just could not read the body language. She had me all intimidated, with the eye movements and all of that. So I said, "Babe, we're going to have to call Randy and see if he will let me FaceTime and help me pick the snake up." And so my husband did. Randy's on the phone. And I'm like, "Randy, look at her." He's like, "Just touch her." Touch her. And I said, "What's going to happen if I touch her?" He said, "One of two things. She's just going to start moving or she's going to square up." I'm like, "She going to square up." But it was just hysterical. So when I look at myself now, Randy, first of all, I thank you because it had to take a you. Like nobody else can convince me because Randy was the first person that I ever saw treat them like a regular ball python. Like no, no waviness, no intimidation. So Randy, tell everyone your experience. When did you start handling reticulated pythons?
It had to be. I had a second generation wild caught. It had to be it. Probably around 1996, 97 maybe.
Okay.
After I had my berm, and I know I got my berm. Probably my first year in high school, so they had to be 1996. So it was around 96, 97. And she was a handful. So she made me work. But I was able to get her, never took a bite from her. Just that feeding response and that fear that she had just took some work.
Got you. So tell us how many retics do you have now? Break it down. Retics, berms, and I think you do have like one or two ball pythons too, right?
Yeah, just one Lucian. Okay, I have of course, the two pies that I got from Jim Jolly. And then I got a ton of stuff from Jim. I have the Golden Child Tiger Son. See her down there. See her. She just had rats. And just above her is, I forget all the genes in this girl. It is the Golden Child Tiger Son. She has like 5 genes that I can think of off the top of my head. And I have a Sunfire Tiger.
Okay.
The Platinum Motley Tiger. Then I have a Platinum Motley Head White. And then I have the Titanium. I have the, of course, another Motley Golden Child.
Yep.
The albino Golden Child male turned into some work. He only want to take rats, but that's okay. I have rats. Orange Glow Motley. And then I have another male Motley Golden Child.
Okay.
That I just got from Nathan Boone, which I also got my Platinum Motley from him and my platinum motley head white. And I have bombs, who another one that's only on rats. If you can see her.
And Randy breeds all of his rats and all of his rabbits.
So I do my own.
And they clean too.
Yeah. I figure out what I'm gonna have to do. So every day, 2 or 3 rat tubs. I figure out who's pregnant. I move my rats. I give them their own tub. Some females I can put together, and then I go check the rabbit. I think I probably have rabbits due today. That's every 30 days.
Okay.
And they keep the collection going. So.
And you have a full-time job and a new baby.
Yeah, brand new baby. Only in here somewhere with me.
How did you? First of all, Charlene let the baby come in the room with the retics.
Yeah, she didn't have a choice. She not. Because I'm all. So. That's my ride.
Have you gotten any more retics since the baby?
No, I'm going to be one from Shane at SC Constrictors.
Yep.
Yeah. So that'll be my next one. It's going to be purple hogs.
Oh.
So excited about that.
Yeah, Shane got the best hogs. Like the colors.
Yes, I'm going to get some from Shane. So.
Yeah, so I had said to myself, because I went that breeding right with the ball python, I can't do another retic, because I actually talked to Jim Jolly last week, and our man is about to ditch us. And so
animals.
Yeah, and I told him, I said if I could, I definitely would get that last, that pie that he had available. But I just, I can't. Because one of the things I love, and one of the things that I actually mirrored off of you, is that time and attention I like to spend with them. Like, we're close. We're bonded. Like, even when I think of T'Challa, how afraid of her I was, I look at her now as a bigger snake and say, I can't believe I ever was afraid of you.
Yeah.
She's amazing. So, to date, I know when you first got the pies, they were amazing. I know your cow is a big one for you. What is your favorite retic? Or not favorite from the heart, but the favorite to look at? Because I know we love them all.
It will probably be the Bums, the Platinum Motley Tiger, or the Motley Golden Child.
Okay. Now, what kind of mood is Bombs in today? Can you get Bombs out for the people?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if I can raise it up to her.
Guys, just look at those just immaculate clean. And this is all the time. This is not for this video. This is not for this podcast.
Yeah.
They stay clean, and that's one of the things that I'm not as great as you are, as far as timeliness, because I know that you say if you come in from work and it's 3 a.m. and you see poop, you go clean it.
First room I hit. Yeah,
and no one else in Randy's house handles these. So again, the myth of you have to have a second person is, it's definitely recommended. But Randy's a perfect example of no one is helping him with all of those. And I think it's at least, 16 in there?
Huh?
16 big snakes, at least?
19.
19, okay. And again, for you people who are watching, see how quick he turns. Just a quick little tap, and he just get them. Not even a tap, really. That was just here I am. Okay, so wait a minute. I have the Motley Tiger Hat Purple that looks similar to that, but that one has something else in it, you said, right?
No, I have another one. That's
Okay, okay. So Bombs is a Motley Tiger. So I
yeah.
probably copied that one off of you too then. Because that's what
Yeah.
I used to do, guys. I just would see what
She has
Randy had.
no tiger.
Okay.
Yeah, no tiger.
Wow. And how
So
big is Bombs now?
huh?
How long is he now?
Bombs, I think. I measured her at least about 6 now. I see.
Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, she's
Okay.
much bigger. But like my other females, no problem with rabbits. She only want rats. That's it.
All
She's
right.
my rat eating female. All my other females, that's all they want is rabbits.
Huh. And you fed them. You started them all out the same. It's just her
Start them off.
particular preference.
But like see the pies, male and female, like early the first year, they were taking small rabbits. So
Okay.
versus her, I even tried scenting them, so she has no need for them. Give her a rabbit, that's what she want. Or give her a rat, that's what she want.
So I guess I just transitioned them what I wanted to do. Like I still give the not the three bigger ones. They're all on rabbits. I just think I sometimes I would still give them a bunny to kind of throw it off. You know what I mean? Like I don't want them to just always have rabbits, I guess. But sometimes I give them a guinea pig. None of them has denied anything yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
But like most of my males don't take rabbits.
Right, Kaju? Nothing but good vibes only. Let me check some of these comments while we get bombs. Can you is your cow not in shed or anything like that? Not that it
She,
matters to you. Get the cow. Who am I talking to? Get the cow.
she just had a rabbit yesterday, so
Oh,
well,
okay. Well, in that case, yeah, we don't want to do that. But there it goes. So
yeah.
again, guys, I swear when I determine which retic, so for those of you who are watching my reticulated python journey, you will see I have a lot of what Randy has because I literally would say, "Ooh, what's that, Randy?" Okay, before I knew them off, and that's what I would go get. And then the snake
Most
will
of them,
come looking like that. Uh huh.
most of them made yesterday.
Okay.
You had the pie.
Yes. For those of you who are joining in, first of all, if you're watching this on Facebook, I can't see your comments, so please link in through YouTube so we can definitely see your comments. Feel free to ask any questions about reticulated python ownership, feeding, any of that. This is the man, for sure, who can answer any of your questions. I have a question, Randy. At what point well, you might not have any that's at that point. At what point did you realize that okay, these rabbits are not big enough? It's now time for small pigs or whatever.
I
Have
don't,
you gotten there yet,
no, I
or
don't
ever
think.
will?
No, I don't think so. If anything, I'll
I
feed
don't
them.
think so either.
Yeah, because I don't. To me, it's about what the animal is eating because that's what's going into the snake. You look at
Yep.
well, for me, I feed my rabbits like premium rabbit show food, like the highest quality rabbit food that I can find. And
He is
that,
not lying.
you think about a pig, people feed anything. Pigs eat anything. And so that's what's going into your snake. And sometimes you see people and have a dirty cage and it's like a whole blow
Hey,
up.
Kershawn.
All of my retics, berms, is a couple of little logs in the corner. Ain't no
Okay.
mask. It's like poop all over the glass and all in the water dish. And that's from, I've seen in most situations, that's from pigs.
Right.
Either pigs or chickens,
Right.
which, of course, a lot of times, a lot of them don't digest all those feathers. So,
Yep.
and like the rabbits, because also the fur on the rabbit helps tighten up their stool.
Okay.
I'll stick with rabbits. I had I don't know if you've seen that berm that I've had on my motorcycle. It's
Uh
pretty
huh.
much just a plain albino berm, and she had nothing but rabbits her whole life.
Got you.
You know.
Bosa said he loved your setup. Yeah, Bosa, I have yet to see a setup better. I have yet. As far as
When I
multiple
move
reticulated pythons in one room.
still got
Mike
room.
said beautiful retic. Hey Gershon.
It's my
Hey
problem.
Aaron. Hey creative reptiles. Yeah, so Randy, tell us about the process. What's the difference that you would say breeding rabbits compared to breeding the rats?
Uh, Rats are better parents.
Okay.
You can have a rat, and if you can help to foster her baby, if they
Mm-hmm.
just, I should take all of them. Versus rabbits, you know, if you can get them in the nest box in time, but if they're, you know, bigger size, maybe 2 or 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
notice the smell on them, and they'll want to refuse. They won't let them nurse. Uh, a lot of them will actually try to fight the babies. So
Mm.
another thing too, like in the wintertime or any time, if a rabbit fall out of a nest box, the mom
Uh-huh.
is not up. It's just gonna sit out there on a wire. So if it's 20 degrees outside, 10 degrees, it's just gonna sit there because rabbits supposed to stay where their mama put them. If they don't, they gone.
Oh wow, rabbits are better than humankind, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, they
Stay where
not
your
picking
mama put you.
nothing. Nothing picks up a rabbit, not even a rabbit.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So a lot of time I have to watch if I got newborns or some that's hopping around. I got to make sure that they stay in the nest box because the mom
All
is not
right.
gonna.
I'm almost 50. Who else in the chat just learned something just now? Like I had no clue. Come on, don't leave me alone. Y'all can just say me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. That's crazy. So
Yeah.
actually, the pie that you had, which one is that one? The one with the yellow
This
head,
female with the white
the white
face.
head. I see it. Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Like I said, both of them, they don't matter. They don't care. Rats, rabbits, chicks, it don't matter.
Thank you, Bosa. Bosa got my back. Bosa said me too. Yeah. So my pie is first of all, that was another myth. Don't get a pie. Remember I asked you that, Randy? They said don't
Yeah.
get a pie. Pies are crazy. You was like, let me show you the pie. My pie is the calmest of the retics. Like he
Yeah.
is the one that I never need a hook for ever. Like I'm not saying that one day, as people say, one day she gonna get it. Yeah, I just don't ever see it happen with him. Where with all of them, I think that there are days, even if he's in like deep, deep shit, it's like he's a baby, like a sweetheart, a complete sweetheart. So which one of yours was the most temperamental? And I know that none of them come just trying to hurt you, but like
Really
my
not.
Motley Golden Child son was the one that I still to this day I respect her moves. If she bumped me, I close the door. Bye, girl.
I'm being honest with them. Really none of them. I
I
can't.
mean,
Well, I said the albino, the male golden child, but that
okay,
was recent. You know when he kind of came of age because he's going on 3 now. So
okay. So
yeah,
he's going through that breeding stage.
he have his days, but it just takes some little, work just getting him out. But once he's out, he's
Hmm.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, but everything else is easy going.
Yeah, I think my other one, the Motley Mochino, is real calm too.
Yeah.
Like always. And then
Uh,
I don't know if I ever asked you this before. So for the longest time, well, I do let the two male and female that came up together, they at this stage, they still have kind of like been out at the same time. But for
mhm.
you, did you like keep your males separate from the females just so nothing happens? I mean the males
Yeah,
don't go with the males.
I've never had. I maybe had like a baby out, like one of my newest, baby, like the Molly Golden Child male that I just got, and my normal, um,
Mm-hmm.
with another one that's inside a tub soaking. That's
Right.
about they've been to each other.
Okay.
Because I weigh, the risk. Is the
Yes.
risk, something happening for a video or a picture? Because if something was to happen, I couldn't react fast enough.
Or would it be too much to handle? So, is it safe to have a male and a female together as they get older?
From what I've been told, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
It's
'Cause-
strictly all females, males by themselves.
got you.
It's not worth it. I mean, to just see some of the damage that they've done. I mean, male versus female, in breeding season, what
In
they bring.
breeding stage.
Yeah,
So
and
talk about that. So guys, that's why when I told you guys when I initially got these reticulated pythons, I thought I wanted to breed them. But that is one of the things that first of all, Randy knows. These we have are not the little $400 and $500 reticulated pythons. Not knocking anybody, but if they kill each other, it's a loss.
yeah,
So that's why I decided that I did not want to breed the reticulated pythons. And I know people do it successfully, but what Randy is talking about, that reticulated pythons have very large combat teeth. And if you ever even watch one eat, I don't share videos, but if anybody ever want to see one privately, and if you promise not to share it to the public, I have one that I can send you, and you can watch a 30-minute video of one of my retics taking down a rabbit. But you, even when they taking down the rabbit, and they're not even trying to be aggressive, when you see them open their mouths, you can see those big serrated teeth that's in there, and they use that to combat against one another, and they literally could fight to the death. And so when he's saying it's not risking it, is exactly, it's not like when two ball pythons might be together and one might bite the other. They can definitely take each other out of here real quick, and it wouldn't be much that we could do unless we want to get bit too. Woo! Now that one got big.
yeah. And then when I got her, and I tell you, I really think that
Yes.
somebody gave me a baby that had never ate before, and it
Yes.
took me exactly 30 days to get her to eat.
That thing is huge.
Yeah.
How old is it now?
I have to look at my calendar. She has to be, I think, like
3?
yeah, a year and a half now.
Oh yeah, she put my yeah, see that's some healthy rabbit. She put my burn to shame.
That's
That's
only
some
on
healthy
red.
rabbit.
Another one.
Wow. So yeah, my burn girl right now only likes she'll eat like the jumbo reds, but she hasn't shown any interest in a rabbit yet.
Yeah, she won't take no rabbit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yes, Volta said yes, safety of the animal is first. Yeah, definitely. And so someone asked me why they don't see me taking pictures with all of the retics like I do with the bulls. First of all, I can't hold three of them at one time. I can't hold one of them at one time anymore. Randy, the golden child, actually is at the size of the Motley Mochino that it takes two now. It crept up on me. And so for me, the safety first part. Let's say if one of them got irritated and I got four on me at the same time, I might get caught up in the middle of that fight of one of them just being in battle mode, and I don't want to be caught up in that. So I normally take individual pictures with my reticulated pythons. Yeah. When are they considered fully grown? Randy, what 4?
Supposedly 4, but slow grown. But as far as age wise, you're looking at 4.
Yeah. I think it's so funny that it's finally at a point though where the golden child is slowing up in length, but she's getting wider.
Mm-hmm.
But the tigers are like getting like majorly long first.
Yeah.
But they're passing her now because at first she was the big snake, and they're surpassing her.
That's like my sunfire. He's just long, you know.
Yeah, and I think the coolest thing too is, well, first of all, Randy's wife don't do reticulated pythons. Like she won't come in the room
No.
unless whenever something is happening in the room, will she check on you?
That's when she started talking crazy, talking about. I'd be like, no, well, that's pointless.
Yeah. So,
Off.
um, so so that's kind of like us. We're the opposite. You know, my husband don't do them, but he has really grown compared to that first when we first got him. Like
Mm-hmm.
he will literally like help me clean the cages and stuff like that now. He's just not touching it. Like he's not gonna be the one to remove the snake, but
This
he'll
is
be in the room with them.
go give me some water. Right? Bucket of water. It's okay. I'm gonna do
That's
it.
it.
I never
That's
see that.
it.
Yeah.
So how many rabbits are you breeding now? Or how many do you call rabbits colonies, or what do you call them?
No, what the term that they use? Some say herd, but I
Okay.
heard is those that have a more. Some people do like free range, where they just have them all together. They have so many males and females together. Uh,
Okay.
but I think right now I have about 9 active breeding does and 3 bucks, which I really only need 2, but I found one that I just had to keep, so he's my spare breeder.
Got
So,
you.
but
So
like
Bolsa said,
with
is that
I have a local guy that he breeds like more the large breed, like your Californian rabbits, your New Zealand rabbits, and he butcher them. So I get either we swap out because I breed more show rabbits. So what a lot of time I do is basically my whole collection feeds itself. I'll sell the mini Rex rabbits. I have standard
mhm,
Rex, and then I have New Zealand rabbits. And I'll sell mini Rex for $40, $60, whatever, and
mhm.
that pays for all my rabbit food, all my rat food, and if I need to buy rabbits, I just kind of flip it. So at this point, I'm not coming out of pocket for any of that food. The only thing I come out of pocket for if I get a new animal or a new cat. So
Got you.
yeah, my
So
animals feeding, themselves.
Bolsa said, is that size enclosure all they would need, or would they need something bigger later on? So Randy, I know, has different sizes in his room. I
No,
would say,
uh, I I
yeah,
originally
go ahead, Randy.
I want to get of course it's gonna be some gonna go to 8, but my males probably in the 6 footers. They'll probably be good. But my females definitely 8 footers and maybe some possibly 10 footers.
So y'all, let me talk about that right now. So Randy again is my mentor, and I want to share this because sometimes people in the hobby, because they have the expertise, don't allow people to do their own thing. So I asked Randy and Jim Jolly about my theory of just putting them in straight to the 8 footers out of the tub. Randy didn't recommend it, and nor did Jim Jolly. But neither one of them said, "Don't you do it." They just gave me the things to look out for.
Yeah.
So I say that to say that, and y'all know that I say that I actually do that even still now to this day, and I've never had an issue. So the concerns were it becoming defensive, which was a big concern for me because I didn't want to have the golden child, which was my first retic, to be so
Yeah.
chill, and then put her in an enclosure and she'd go off. So she did really, really well. But I also followed their advice to put in multiple hides, and then as they grew, I of course should remove the hides because they throw them damn things anywhere they want to anyway. At a certain point,
Yeah.
it's a joke.
Like all my little starter kits. When I first started out, mine the shoes. Like 1, 2, that's 2, 4, 6, 7 glass aquariums. Yeah, some people be like, oh, don't put them in glass aquariums. But then I decorate them.
Good morning, live feeding.
They got their little branches, their little hides. Like this a molly
Hmm.
goat out in here somewhere. If I can get him to come out. Oh, there he is. You see him?
Yep.
Yeah. So he has his little hide. But as he grow, I just start taking
Look
stuff.
at him.
I just start taking stuff out.
Got
As
you.
he grow, he'll go to a 40, then he'll go into a T8 amoplastic, and then into a T25. And then from there, and then I just start, and then I do half paper, half substrate. A lot of people are like, oh, you don't have bedding. I got tons of Reptile chip up under there. Sometimes I put in Reptile chip, sometimes I have paper. They don't
And
always.
so that's another thing that I mirrored. At all of my retics except for one have half paper. And let me tell you what I noticed, Randy. Half paper and half substrate. They will literally go use the bathroom most of the time on the side where the paper is for me.
Yeah.
Like you'll find the poop on that side.
Yeah.
You'll find the pee on that side. So that actually works better for me as well. I think the babies, some of the babies, I might just start them off because when they're in the smaller enclosure, with just all substrate or all paper, depending on how they are. But once they get into the 8-footers, are all set up with half and half for sure, though.
Yeah. So like my little one and only ball python. He's in a T8. He has 2 hives, and ranch, a little lead.
Clean.
Yeah, but he does fine in there. I mean, he doesn't even need that much space, but I had an extra cage and he got it. So
Yo, look how clear the glass is on these enclosures. And this is not for this podcast. This is all the time. So, Randy, I would tell you, your little protege will definitely clean the poop and the pee, but I do not clean the glass every time. I might clean the glass once every 2 weeks, unless something's on it. Like
yeah,
I don't.
cracks out. I gotta clean the glass.
Got to be in its own tub. Wait a minute, Randy has a towel, but when they come out, he don't just use regular paper towels like I do. They got a nice claw.
Yeah.
They are definitely a lot of people don't want to admit it. Even in Retic Nation and places like that, the cleanest, the freshest Retics alive. They can't be rehomed.
3 times a day getting cleaned.
Thank you.
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't rehome them. They'll be like, what in the hell? What is this? What is this? This water not fresh? So I think too, I because of what you taught me, I tried to be an advocate of exactly what you said. These are amazing animals. I finally got bit on these. It was right around Christmas by a baby retic, but it was my fault. My son was holding her, and I hit her face by mistake, and she just bit the tip of my finger. But instantly, she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
I've never had the bad experience. Well, not the fun experience I had was the Motley Golden Child's son one night got out of. We didn't put the lock on her enclosure, and she has the acrylic door. She's one of the only one that has the acrylic doors. Somehow, Randy, we watched her pull the door over. Well, we didn't see it. We watched her on the video afterwards. But she got out, went to the other room, and she was sitting up high on one of our picture cabinets. And then so she loves my son, and she really loves my son. She's sitting up there, and I'm like, we got to get her down. And it was the first time she was above me. I didn't know how she was going to act. And this is the big snake now.
Yeah.
So went down there, and I just put my hand up, and she literally just came down, and like I was waiting for somebody to come save me. That's why I'm up here. But talk about that, because I remember too when I called you the first time, I noticed the hide was moved. Remember, I was like, oh my God, I know I'm not going crazy. She had to move her hide from one side to the other. How often does that happen with reticulated pythons, or was it just my retard?
No, all the time. Especially they be like, oh, put this in there, put this. Once they get to a certain size, they just gonna push it around.
Yep. We was talking the other night. I think it was Wiz Constrictors I was talking to. I was talking to Wiz, and we was talking about how even the water bowls, we put those big painter water bowls in there, and they still can move those. full of water.
Yeah.
Full of water. So how does the baby react to the snakes?
They can't, huh?
How does the baby react to, like, if he's in the room with the snakes? Like, do he have any reaction to them yet?
It catches his eye for a few seconds, and he just looks, and then, he looks at his hand or something. He finds
Do
something
you
else.
think he's gonna like them, or are you trying to get him to
Oh yeah, yeah.
be
He's gonna.
okay, be involved? Okay.
But my older two, they ain't no help.
I remember you saying that before.
They ain't.
All right, so it's another. I cannot think of the name. Where's your albino?
Hmm.
You have
Which
a
one?
white face albino, because that's one of the ones I don't have.
Oh, that's
Or is
the.
it a?
He's just that orange.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's it. So yeah, that's one that I never got, but I love it still. I actually got my first super dwarf recently.
Oh, you got a super dwarf now?
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So
That's only on rats.
yeah. So right now, well, first of all, the other day I accidentally dropped the ASF and it fell right where he was, and he ate that with no problem. And it was a live one. He eats frozen
Mm.
thaw, but he snatched that thing midair. I was feeding a ball python at the time, and it fell, and he just snatched that thing midair. So, Randy, why don't you do social media? Like, far as like
Uh,
educational, like just I know because you used to do YouTube videos.
I do, but it's so much, and I just think about what's more important,
Yeah.
Because some people are like, oh man, you need to do more stuff on YouTube. And I'm like, man, it's a lot, it's just me, you know.
Right.
20 snakes here, over 100 rats, of course, like I said, a new baby, the wife, got 3 4 other kids, full-time job, anywhere from 50 to 60 rabbits. I'm pretty busy. I'm on.
Yeah, I can imagine. I wish.
So
Is your camera in a place where you can move to where the rabbits are?
I mean, I could walk out there.
You can. Can we?
Yeah.
Can we do that? Because I want people to see that setup too.
Okay.
And Randy built all of this himself, guys.
What
So
we got, like I said, this one here is the one that she's due today. And say she pulled a bunch of hair, so she either got some in here. Yep, she got some in there.
oh wow, how cute!
I had to come back out and count them.
So I be dying laughing at your videos when they're actually having sex.
Yeah,
It is the definition of like a jackrabbit.
yeah, it's all quick.
Then it look like it just fall
That's
out.
had them exactly on her due date. And I
Dang.
said all 3 breeder females.
So what is that made out of, Randy? What
These
what what materials?
just 2x3 wood, and then I painted with the oil paint, oil base paint. So I mean, it lasts for forever. Then I put these little metal flashings on the side so they can't chew it up. I
Mhm.
try to do everything right the first time, make it last. And like I said, a lot of these I didn't have for going on 4 years. I see it's a bunch up here. This is one of my favorite rabbits here, and she always only give me 3. But like I say, stuff like this,
Mhm.
I'll sell it. You
Yeah,
know,
that's really cute. So when do you determine, or how long do you breed a mother and father before they you have to determine that they actually food, or do you just keep them as breeders?
Once I see that their litters sizes consistently get smaller,
Mhm.
um, then I'll cut them back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you be having the cute ones. I could never feed them. They got little cute little spots on
Yeah,
them.
so last time I take all the ones that's flashy like that, those are the ones that will be sold. Like I said,
Okay.
I either will switch them out.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
So you build all of your cages, you build for your rabbits, you build
Yeah.
everything for your rats. You don't breed mice, you just breed rats, right?
No, just rats. Just rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is one of the last ones I just built. Even made it pink for my girls. Gave them pink little resting
This
mats.
is just reptile keeping, animal keeping at its fine. The cleanliness is always there. Like you said, you're by yourself. And like I said, I know that you have a full time job, a wife, and kids.
Yeah.
But you're like, what's the system? What's your normal regimen to just making sure that everything stays
First,
immaculate?
I do everything in waves. Um, Especially if I'm here just by myself with my son. First thing would be the snakes because they're in the house.
Okay.
So I'll make sure they're good. I see how many cages I have to clean, feed him, and then I may clean 3 or 4 cages. He go to sleep, in his little bouncy or whatever. I'll come out here, check the rabbits. I'll probably just feed and water rabbits. And then I go back in with him. And then feed him or whatever, get him lay down, then I check the rats.
So you're literally doing something almost 24/7.
So when I have to build something it may take me like this one, it took me probably about 4 weeks to build it. Because I'm, have him, between me having it, because I have to let it sit for a couple of days once I paint it. So that it hold up against any rain. But like I said, I got it blocked off to keep all the sun off of them. That's another thing, they'll slow down if they get too hot. They like the cold. Like a bunch of these here would be either sold or be feeders. Kind of my grow ups. And of course, I had a whole lot more. But like I said, Child ate the Molly, not the Molly, but the Golden Child Tiger son ate. Who else? The male pied. He took a rabbit. One of my Burns took a large rabbit. It was actually a Californian New Zealand rabbit mix. So it was huge.
And how long does it take a rabbit to go from
30 days? So
30 days, okay.
So like her, I bred her on the 2nd of last month, and she had him 30 days.
Wow.
Yeah, but like
rabbits are more fertile than rats, right? Or is it easier for them to get pregnant? Rabbits, is it easier for them to get pregnant than rats?
Yes, I think so because most of my male rats, I mean, they pretty. They can, some of them be kind of rough with the ladies, and they just keep at it, keep at it. Whereas a female, she has to be ready because she has to lift. She lift, there ain't gonna be no breeding.
Got it.
And most time if she's lifting, she's ready, so she know when she's ready. Some people go by they can go by like the sun and the moon and the calendar. Go by when they ready. When they ready, they know they're ready. So, a lot of times I don't breed them like that. But you can almost once her babies, the new ones just had babies. Once they're weeks, she can be bred again. But I don't breed them. I'll let them grow up, have a little time because I have extra. Like I said, I'm only breeding for myself. So I don't need 100 rabbits.
And who taught you all of that? Was it self-taught or you actually had a mentor?
I've always, growing up, we have always had animals. I had rabbits, I had ducks, I had chickens,
Okay.
had turtles, I bred bullies. And that's when I had my snakes before, and I had to cut my loss because I was traveling so much, showing with the bullies, that I had to cut the snakes loose.
Okay.
Have at the time I just couldn't have two hobbies, and I had my two older sons. They were small at the time, so I had to cut something loose.
Okay.
Nest boxes. And all these here I made pretty much out of scrap wood that I maybe made a snake stand out of. These are all just 2x3 wood. And I make the nest boxes. So there I have some for winter. That's all wire. Yeah, I can see it. It's all wire. Just put a cardboard lining in it. I have a huge one. Like I said, I have them all set up and ready. Plus the ones that's already in the cages.
So you're in Texas, right? So they're able to stay there pretty much all year round. Or are
Yeah.
you are in Texas, right?
Yeah, I'm in Houston, Texas.
Okay, so you're in Houston. Okay. Cool. All right, so last question is, what are your concerns with owning so many of the Titans, is what I call them, and all of this changing in law? Do you have any concerns, or what's your take on everything that's going on regarding reticulated pythons or larger snakes in general, and everything else? Because it's not just snakes, but in general.
I mean, it's kind of tough. I mean, they're gonna have to come take mine.
That's what they had. I'm with you.
But you know, you have a lot of people that want to take them out. Like none of my neighbors even know. None of my neighbors know I have rats. None of my neighbors know I have rabbits. None of my neighbors know I have snakes.
Right.
Because I think people just look for something to be scared of.
Right.
You know, they're like, oh, he got this over there. And then they want you to register this. And then it's just, okay.
Right.
We know they got this over here. But, I mean, what they're doing, you know?
Yeah, I think kind of definitely what you said. Like, one of the things that I don't promote or think we should do, like, I'm even okay with you taking your snake outside to the park and stuff like that for educational purposes. But no, they don't have to go to Walmart. No, they don't have to go to McDonald's. You know, I think that's where it becomes kind of like how I feel like, you know, I know women got to breastfeed, but I really don't want to see that in the middle of the restaurant, you know, like cover the boob. So it's that same mentality. So I hope that we have enough. And what I'm trying to do is promote enough positive keeping, like your place. You know, yes, they are kept well. They are kept clean. They are fed well. They are not monsters. That's one of the biggest things that I think I want people to understand, because for a long time, that's what I believed until I actually came across people like yourself. So I definitely appreciate everything that you've deposited into my keeping. I'm glad I can make you proud today. Because I know it wasn't looking too good in the beginning.
Need some help.
Right. I said, Randy, what am I supposed to do? Randy said, touch it. Because I was definitely just looking at her. So that is too funny. But I appreciate your time. I know you're very busy. I thank everybody who joined in today. Again, this is Randy Wright. Randy Wright is definitely the retic man. I hope one day that you have time to do more YouTube videos, because I definitely think that just like you have been a great image and deposited a lot into me, that other people who coming up, and you know, there are people who may not get that positive image, and then they'll have a YouTube channel to go to and see how these animals really should be kept.
Yeah.
But I definitely appreciate you so much, and thank you for you know, breaking your I'm not doing social media type of thing and and coming on for me. All right. Peace. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day. All righty. Bye-bye.